We're talking today with Lisa and Lee Schmitt, a trucking couple from Wisconsin, heavy haulers who are best known for their trucking across America with the Schmitt Show. Welcome. Now you guys are on your way to Washington, D.C.
Yes, we'll be there in about 3 hours.
Joining about 100 other drivers from across the country in MayDay 2020, right outside the White House on Constitution Avenue.
Yes.
It started out as a weekend rally against high broker fees, gouging of truckers, and it has evolved into the broader issues of representation. You folks have been spending a lot of time over the years trying to help educate truckers on how to make their voices heard. Tell me what you're going to be doing there in DC to help them speak their piece.
One of the ways we've been trying to educate drivers is to get them to participate in the regulatory process. When the government asks your opinion for something, give it.
One of the most direct ways is through the public comment period as things are filed for either a rulemaking or for exemptions from current laws. And I think there are several exemptions out there. I know Andrea Marks with Trucker Nation posted some the other day in a webcast. There's one in particular that has been getting a lot of attention, and that is the exemption request from Pronto AI, which is an autonomous trucking technology company. And I know you folks are some of the leading driver experts on autonomous trucking. This is something you've been following for a long time.
Definitely.
Where do we start? The long and short of it is that Virginia Tech got a grant from FMCSA. These guys applied through Virginia Tech and got money and built a product. And now they're asking the government for an exemption for the use of their product that they got money from the government to help them build. It just ain't right.
Now, this exemption would give them 2 additional hours of service time for a truck that has their technology on board. Tell me why that isn't fair.
So it's going to be the big companies that can afford that technology. There's already a big gap between what the big companies can do and a small owner independent. This was just going to widen that gap.
The safety concern side of it would be that the drivers have been complaining about hours of service, wanting more flexibility. The way this exemption is rolled up is they're going to be added 2 more hours, which would put you at 13 hours instead of 11. They already see that there's crashes and drivers are upset that we can't stop when we want. Now you're forcing them to sit there for 2 more hours just to use this technology. So they're trying to say, well, we're going to give you 2 more hours of drive time here. So just use this technology. So now safety is thrown out the window when before even FMCSA said that we were looking for flexibility, trying to divide the hours up. How is this going to work when you're saying, all right, here you go. Now you can sit for 13 hours straight instead of, splitting it up, because they didn't say anything in their exemption about splitting the sleeper periods up like we want. They're saying, still have to have your 10 hours off, which means now you have to sit for 13. People couldn't do it with 11. Now they want to do it with 13.
So at a time when you've got everyone saying that 11 hours is already at the limit of human endurance for a driver, you've got an exemption that would essentially raise the competitive threshold for trucking to 13 continuous hours using automation.
I can't believe that every safety advocate in this country is not jumping all over this and trying to get it stopped. The other thing that people need to be aware of is this technology that they want you to put in your truck. There's no proven data to let us know that it works.
How do truckers make their voices known, and how are you going to be helping in DC to help them do that?
The comments need to be put in before May 20th. Go on your computer to regulations.gov. It's very simple. In the search bar, type in Pronto AI. Over to the right-hand side will be a box that says comment now. Hit that box, type your comment, and you will, when you're done, you click submit, and an email will be emailed to you with a receipt for your comment to know that it has been entered.
What types of things should they say in their comment to be most effective?
FMCSA always says they want data. How is this going to affect my business and what I do? Write your story as to how that would affect your business versus somebody else's business.
Are you going to be able to help folks get their comments in if some folks don't have a computer with them?
It will be set up with a computer and people can just come over. I will type their comment right as they say it and we'll get it handled right there. It'll take 5 minutes.
It's based off of the most compelling reason why they shouldn't have it, is what the FMCSA would look at. You could have 10,000 reasons why you should have it, and if you had one reason why it shouldn't be there, that might be the reason that sways them.
Let's talk about representation in general. What does representation mean to you two, and how do we go about actually being heard in a world where money talks?
Right now, it's through numbers. If we can get more and more and more drivers working together, because FMCSA has told us they don't have time to sit and talk to 1,000 drivers. OOIDA is not stepping up the way drivers are expecting right now. They want OOIDA to be more forceful, and they're letting us down. There's people dropping membership from OOIDA all the time. I don't know what that looks like in the future. Numerous people have tried to organize. Right now we're working on a coalition called America Without Drivers of a bunch of different groups working together to accomplish some goals. We've got a Zoom conference going on the 18th at 11 Central. We had a very successful one last Monday where we're getting our voices heard, and it's actually the call is called Voices of the American Truck Driver.
How do we get that critical mass?
I don't know.
This is our last time.
Yeah.
The reason that this is successful is because Washington, D.C. as a city is shut down. If the city were business as normal, there's no way they would allow 100 trucks to sit there on the side of the road. So I personally have been reaching out to a few other groups and people this morning. We're trying to just get the word out now. We need trucks in D.C. now to make a movement in this industry to affect any kind of a change.
So you make it sound like a last stand.
It is. A lot of us that have been there feel that this won't happen again, even with the grassroots movement, because over the years we know how it works. If we don't get something to change this time, I'm pretty sure I won't be coming back.
So what would you tell the president if he were to come out and talk to y'all?
Come and talk to people that drive trucks, not people that drive desks. We drive the roads. We know what's safe. Someone who drives a desk and has never held a CDL has no idea what it's like out here and what it takes.
All right. Well, folks, enjoy DC. I hope it turns out to be everything that you want it to be.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the Truck Boss Show, I'm Brad Kuhn. I'll see you all down the road.